Welcome to this presentation on Picasso art. This poetic piece is prescribed to the class of first BA English in the second semester. This presentation was done by Mr. Selva Murugan, Assistant Professor of English, JJC, Pudukottai. And this poem was written by Sri Aurobindo. He was one of the first Indians educated in England. He was a poet, thinker, freedom fighter, yogi, and a spiritual leader. He was born on 50th August 1872 in Kolkata, West Bengal. He propounded a philosophy of divine life on earth and founded an ashram in Puducherry. His epic poem, Savitri, is one of the greatest works of him. His participation in the Indian freedom struggle against the British gave him popularity and gradually evolved to become a spiritual and a yogic guru. And Sri Aurobindo's answer to the Western civilization's question regarding the Indian civilization is an benchmark work of him. So that in this presentation you're going to see a poem titled Because the Art. Because the Art is a short sonnet, which means poem consists of simple and short lines, and this poem celebrates God's greatness and grace. This poem celebrates the greatness and grace of God. The poet begins celebrating the beauty of God. God is all beauty and all bliss. The poem begins with these lines: God is all beauty and all bliss. The human soul is blindly in love with God. The human soul, the soul of a human being, is blindly in love with God, who has cast a spell over it. The human soul sees and feels God's mystic touch. What Sri Aurobindo says, the human souls, not the body of a human, the human soul, the spirit of a human, feels a mystic touch. A mystic touch means a touch of greatness, a touch of the soul and spirit of a God, literally from the Jivatma to the Paramatma. In all living things, rather in everything that exists. Sri Aurobindo says he sees, he feels God in all living things existing in the world. The human soul is thrilled by the burden of that ecstasy. Sri Aurobindo means that mystic touch and the happiness of the human soul by learning, knowing God is a mystic touch and an ecstasy. He says it's a burden. He says it's a burden, but it's not a painful, it is meaningful. The word burden has musical connotations. Then the human soul sees the secret gaze of God behind all eyes. The magic of God's harmony is there in everything that one hears. Sri Aurobindo says that he sees that and feels God in everything. Secret gaze in sense, what is that in sense? He sees in every eyes, whether it is a human or a bird or an animal or some creature. He sees everything, whether it is a fish. In every eyes he sees the God. God behind all eyes. The magic of God's harmony is there in everything that one hears. And Sri Aurobindo says, one can hear the sound of the nature. In the sound of the nature and sound created by humans, there is God. The human soul sees God in all living things. The whole of creation is vibrant with His joy. Every creation in the world, the whole creation created by the God, they are all God vibe. They are in a vibrant with God's touch and God's listens. Each feeling moments come riding on his fiery wings. Then Sri Aurobindo says, each feeling moment, everything he feels, everything he sees, everything he hears comes with an fiery moments like fiery wings. The universe reveals God and only God through its endless artistry. This whole God is beginning. This whole universe is beginning with a God and ends with this God. Whether it is a Jesus or Allah, whatever you follow. But there is the energy behind everything. The ship of time moves with God at its prow. He is our destination, and destiny reaching Him is our passionate hope. Then, what Sri Aurobindo says is that the destination of every human being is to reach God, whether you believe it or not, or else you have a hope on God or not. That's not a matter here. If you are born human, your destiny, the soul, destiny of your soul might be to reach God after your after your demise or somewhat else, your freeness from this world. He is our destination and destiny, reaching him as our passionate hope for the future. The future of a human being, which means after death, the soul of a human being's destiny is literally nothing but to reach God. That's all what Sri Aurobindo says. The poem is full of devotion to the core. All sparks have flown. At all, the fire from which God is there in everything, and the truly devoted soul can help seeing Him in everywhere and everything. The poem is fully written with the part of devotion. Devotion, which means the belief in God, the one who knows God, the one who listens God, and one who hears God. The author is the man. He writes this poem in such a way to the core, and sparks have flown. Achoo, the fire from the which God is there in everything. Sri Aurobindo believes that in everything there is God. There is a fire from God which leads the world, which leads the universe. And a truly devoted soul can help seeing Him in everywhere and everything. If your soul is truly devoted to something, you cease. For example, the things like abstract ones in the life. If your soul and spirit is devoted towards God, the Eternal One, you can see and you can help the soul's body, the soul's vessel to see the God in everywhere and everything. This is how Sri Aurobindo ends the poem. Thank you.